Imagine you're a parent at a parent-teacher conference in BC. The teacher recommends that you take your children for assessment because they fit the criteria for giftedness. Your child asks you, what does gifted mean? Many parents and students are confused about the definition of giftedness, even if the children has been assessed as gifted. Understanding giftedness is an ongoing journey for parents, teachers, and gifted individuals. This video intends to introduce the definition of giftedness in BC. There are different ways of explaining giftedness from different institutions and systems. We hope to provide you an overview of a few commonly used definitions of giftedness in BC that provides a holistic perspective of understanding giftedness. Why do we need to understand giftedness? British Columbia has a very underserved gifted population. Research shows us that what gifted students need in school is a good educational match for their learning needs. However, many things make this complicated in BC. Teacher training in BC does not require educators to know about giftedness as a special need or often have the opportunity to get training to meet the advanced learning needs of gifted students. Identifications of giftedness in school has also dropped dramatically over the last 50 years. If children are not identified at school, parents may not know what giftedness is, and they may not be able to understand or making sense of their children's giftedness. Parents, educators, and the public needs to understand more about giftedness and how to create opportunities for good educational match for all students, including gifted students. That's why we created this website, Making Sense of Giftedness. Why did we choose these specific definitions? We recognize that the commonly used terms for giftedness, such as talented or prodigy, can be too broad, open-ended, or stereotypical, making it confusing and difficult to apply to individuals' learning needs. While various definitions are used in different contexts and perspectives, the Making Sense of Giftedness website has chosen holistic definitions used inside and outside of school. The purpose behind the choice of this definition is to provide a diverse and inclusive environment for all learners. Definition in BC. The British Columbia Ministry of Education's Manual of Policies, Procedures, and Guidelines Special Need Categories defines a student with giftedness as possessing demonstrated or potential abilities that give evidence of exceptionally high capability concerning intellect, creativity, or the skill associated with specific disciplines. Gifted students often demonstrate outstanding abilities in more than one area. They may demonstrate extraordinary intensity of focus in their area of talent or interest. However, they may also have accompanying disabilities and should not be expected to have strengths in all areas of intellectual functioning. Psychologist Linda Silverman defined giftedness as asynchronous development in one or more areas. This means gifted children have some areas that are ahead of their age peers and some that may lag behind. In her research paper recognizing giftedness, Dr. Silverman believes this perspective is internal, child-centered, and based upon differential maturation rates. Advanced development emphasizes the differences in learning style, perceptual organization, emotional response, social relations, moral concerns, and goals of development. The Columbus Group, a group of psychologists, educators, and parents, also incorporates the idea of asynchronous development. It states that giftedness is a unique and atypical development pattern in which children's cognitive ability develop faster than their age developmental stages. They say giftedness is asynchronous development in which advanced cognitive abilities and heightened intensity combine to create inner experiences and awareness that are qualitatively different from the norm. This asynchrony increases with higher intellectual capacity. The uniqueness of the gifted renders them particularly vulnerable and requires modifications in parenting, teaching, and counseling for them to develop optimally. Many gifted folks, caregivers, and educators really like the definition from the Columbus Group because it highlights the gifted children's differences from the norm, while focusing on unique psychological and sensory experiences that the giftedness folks go through. All the definitions emphasize giftedness and other exceptionalities that happens at school and at home. According to the definition from the Columbus Group, asynchronous development is more than IQ and talent. It focuses on the emotional traits of gifted students, such as heightened sensitivities or complex critical thinking skills. With the understanding of these definitions, educators, parents, and students could recognize and identify giftedness to continue understanding the uniqueness of giftedness and the learning needs of gifted individuals. Explore the website makingsenseofgiftedness.ca for more resources and information on giftedness, multi-exceptionality, and neurodiversity in early childhood to adulthood, as well as resources for giftedness at school. Please also check out all the links under this video for all the website and resources we used to compose this video, including links to Gifted Children Association of British Columbia, Linda Silverman and her website Gifted Development Center, as well as Gifted Research and Outreach for more resources about giftedness.